This is Kate Germain, and I'm going to be reading lines 1 through 78 of the general prologue. Wandered April with the shore resulta, the drocht of March hath pursed to the rota, and bathed every vein in swish the core, of which virtue engendered is the floor. One zephyr's egg with a sweet breath, inspired half in every holten heth. The tandra croppers in the younger sauna, hath in the ram his half-course rona, and the small fowls make on melodia, that slip in all the neck with open ear. So pricketh hem nature in her courages, than long can folk to go on pilgrimages. In Palmer's for to second strongest strandas, to fern hallways couth in sundry landas, and specially from every shears onda, of England to Canterbury they wander. The holy blissful martyr for to seca, that hem hath holpen won that they were seca. Befell that in the season on a die, in Southwark at the tabard as I lie, ready to wander on my pilgrimage, to Canterbury with full devout courage. At night was come into the hostelria, while 29 in a compania, of sundry folk by aventure y folla, in fellowship and pilgrims they were alla, that toward Canterbury wold and reada, the chambers and the stables were in reada, and well we were in ested at the besta, and shortly when the sauna was to resta, so hadde I spoken with him ever John, that I was ere fellowship anon, and made forward early for Teresa, to take our way there as I devisa. But not the less will I have time and space, ere that I further in this tale passe, me thinking in accordant to reasona, to tell you all the condition of each of them so as it seemed may, in which they weren and of what degree, and eke in what array that they were in. And at the night then will I first begin. A night there was in what a worthy man, that fro the time he first begun, to read and out he loved chivalry, truth and honor, freedom and courtesy. Full worthy was he in his lord's were, and thereto hadde he ridden no man further, as well in Christendom as Hethanessa, and ever honored for his worthinessa. At Alessandra he was when it was won, full oft time he hadde the board begun. Above in all nations, in Prusse, in Leto he had raised and in Bruce. No Christian men so oft of his degree, in Grenade at the sage eke hadde he bay. Of Algezer and Reeden in Belmarie, at Liège was he, and at Satalier. Wan they were wana in the great say, at many noble army hadde he be. At mortal battles had he been 15, and foughten for our faith at Tremesine. And list threes and a slain his foe, this ilka worthy nicht had been also. Some time with the lord of Palatia, again another heathen in Turkey. And evermore he had a sovereign priest, and though he were worthy, he was wise. And of his port as make as is a maid, he never yet no villainy ne said, and all his life unto no manner wicked, he was a very parfait gentil nicht. But for to tellen you of his array, his oars were good, but he was not guy. Of fustian he word a gaboon, al besmodderd with his albergoon. For he was late, ye come from his viage, and went for to down his pilgrimage.